Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Let's get ready to get started, man. Gap downs all around. It's like you get a gap down, I get a gap down. Everyone gets a gap down this morning. So there's a lot moving around here. So definitely some action to look into. How's everyone doing today? Good morning, Dwayne. All right, guys, give me a second here. I'm gonna start getting this together so I can send out a tweet, let everybody know we are live. Here, in the meanwhile, if you're interested in signing up for Trade Ideas has a 2-week test drive coming up. You can sign up for it here. Yannick, good morning. Paul, what's up? What's up? Glad to see you guys here. Putting out a quick tweet and a quick little Facebook post here. Let everybody know we're live. All right, guys. Any tickers you want me to start getting ready to take a look at? Throw them up in chat there for me. Any chance Facebook will go back up? I mean, someday. Someday it'll go back up. Any chance it'll recover like soon and go back into the 300s? Nah, probably not. SoFi. I like SoFi. I like SoFi for the long-term hold. The lower it goes, the more I like it. It's one of those speculative plays that could, pan out really well. Give me a second here. Give me 1 second here, guys. All right. So SoFi, well, yeah, it's good morning. Good morning, Paul. Thought it was GM as in the ticker. Um, no, there's a lot going on today. We got a lot of gap downs, a lot of opportunity to the short side, maybe some opportunities for some bounces on reversal. There's a lot going on today. Today's a good day. Good morning, Jan. All right, so SoFi. Who was it that asked SoFi? Dwayne, SoFi. So, SoFi, you have this clear 1050s area support. And you have clear as day, $14 resistance. This previous here, IPO high, right? That area turned into a tremendous area of support on the SoFi here on this chart. And then now what? Again, it's turned into resistance. So now we have a really big range here. It's a nice trading range, 1050 to 14. A nice little area there to scoop up shares if you're interested in, in SoFi as a long-term hold, a long-term investment. Definitely something that I like and I'll be adding to. Oh, Paul, you know what? Today we should have the shorting course up on the dashboard for DTC Pro members. Let me see if it's up already. Oh, yes, it's up. It's up. I didn't know it was already up because I'm not the one that puts it up. I made it, but here you go. Shorting stocks, shorting opportunities, trading bear flags, head and shoulders, shorting gap downs, shorting gap ups, secondary trade plans, the risk of front side strength, real world examples of shorts. And that's already up and it's there. So you got all those chapters and at the end of it, you have a final exam. For those of you who might be interested in that, you have to be a DTC Pro student and you can get $50 off. Ends on Friday right there. Okay, investment broker and consulting. Thanks for joining the membership. Okay, so Palantir, right? I love Palantir long-term. I love Palantir long-term as a long-term hold. So I've just been adding on every single dip we've ever had and here in my long-term portfolio. It is one of my bigger holdings, but it is my only big speculative holding. Any other speculative holding like SoFi or ChargePoint, those are very small holdings. Palantir is the only one that I have a larger holding in, as far as it being, like a speculative play because of the fact that they are debt free. They got a bunch of cash on hand and they're consistently getting new contracts. So I like them long term. Here's the 1140 zone. This is just here because we've gone over it, IPO high, and right now, initial IPO high, and right now it's been an area of support. If Palantir breaks underneath that, I'll just add again. It's just the only time that a long-term investment that I let go of a long-term investment, like a stop out, is if there's something that fundamentally changes within the company. So something fundamental, like Facebook, for instance, now coming out and being like, guys, we don't know how to capture the new generation, and we're having major problems with Apple's iOS and our advertisement. So that's a fundamental change within the company that would cause me to probably start to consider maybe changes in that. Maybe no more ads, maybe sell a portion, stuff like that. So that's with Palantir. As long as there's no fundamental changes, then I stick with it. And that 1140 zone, not a bad area for ads. All right, let's see here. So what else we got here? ES drawing a right shoulder. Sure. Yeah, Paul, go ahead, check it out. Let me know. Any questions, you can hit me up. Umberto, guys, is a swing trade moderator over at the daytraderchatroom.com. Ralph, you're interested? Yeah, go ahead, check it out. Let me know any questions at all, guys. Umberto, the shorting course is finally up. Boom. You can start getting in there. Let us know what you think, man. Shorting course is finally up. Final exam at the end of it. All right, guys. So any other tickers you want me to take a look at? I'm sure there's some other names you want me to take a peek at. We'll look at Facebook. Why not? I know Justin had mentioned Facebook. Wow, good Lord. Facebook getting wrecked. This 247 zone here, 250 on Facebook, could be a little bounce area. Maybe a little temporary bounce. You can see clear as day. It was a level of resistance. We broke up above it. Tested it here, bounced. Tested it here, bounced. Tested the general area here, bounced to all-time highs. Now we're right at it. If that level breaks to the downside, then I look for further downside. But if that level begins to hold, you might get yourself a little short-term dead cat bounce on it. So we'll definitely be adding this one to the watch list. So we might as well just write it up right now for that one. So Facebook, watching for the 247 area to hold support for a dead cat bounce or a break underneath under that level for further downside. Now let's find some further downside. Where might we bounce again? Because that'll be the areas to start covering. Well, we got a gap fill. We got a gap here that can be filled. That gap fill is in the 234 zone, 235. So we got room to 235 for the gap fill. That gap fill goes back from a gap up. July? Yep, July 30th. Downside, could have further downside to a gap fill at 235 from July 30th. Now, I'd imagine that was last year. Nope, 2020. Wow. All right, so we got Facebook already on here. Umberto, yeah. It was good. It was great. You know, last year when I started working on the course, on the shorting course, Jonah was like, bro, you want to do shorting right now? Like a shorting course? And I was like, yes. We need to do a shorting course because next year is going to be crazy and people need to know how to short at the daytraderchatroom.com. You need to learn how to short. Even if you don't have a margin account and you don't have the availability to borrow shares to short, the way the course is written, you can literally apply the same techniques because it's all based on patterns and just buy put options. I do it every day. I did it yesterday, the day before. We do it all the time. NVIDIA, yep, we'll jump into NVIDIA right now. Jose, what's up, man? NVIDIA. Doesn't this look nice here? Look at this. Too bad it's not now. That's from 2020. Man, it's just been wild. It's just been wild. With NVIDIA, I think it was yesterday, we drew this 239.90, so 240 area. We drew this 240 area yesterday. You can see it was this previous little bounce there. It was resistance in here. And it was a bounce area right here. Let's go a little bit further to the left, see if there's anything else. Oh, yes, yes. It was this gap entry point here to the downside. Since we're above it. And we've been holding that level. So you can watch that level, see if it continues holding support. You could have room back up here towards this 100-day moving average on NVIDIA. But if it cracks, you might find some room down here to 231 and then this 200-day moving average in the 225s. Hold on. John will just text me about the course. He says he's got to do a little minor details on it, but it is up on the dashboard there, and it is available for DTC Pro students. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's what I would watch for on NVIDIA. And for now, I'm going to put it here on the watch list just in case. So NVIDIA watching for 240 to hold support. But if it breaks down and under, watching for further downside towards. So I'm going to be watching for further downside towards 230, 150, 232. We'll call it 232. 232 area. And the 200-day moving average. So the 200-day moving average, which lies around 225. All right, so we got Facebook and NVIDIA on there already. Jackie, good morning. Hey, since you're a DTC Pro student and you're one of our newest ones, the shorting course is up on the dashboard. Really quick, wanted to let you know, boom, shorting course is up here already. So that's ready to rock and roll. But I would invite you to continue doing it step by step. Step by step. Don't jump the gun. BCDA. Dan, good morning. Ricardo, good morning. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, that course is awesome. It's a good one. And we'll continue expanding on all these courses as time progresses. And since you're a DTC Pro student, every time we expand, you automatically get access to it. BCDA. All right, so BCDA. Let's see if this thing has news, because it's getting a little pop here like it has some news on it. Nice. Good stuff, Jackie. So BCDA, you have written there in chat. Jose, let's take a look. It's up 33%. 24 minutes ago, receives FDA breakthrough device designation for CardiAmp cell therapy system for heart failure. This 190 area is actually a good looking area. It was previously a very big level of support for this stock before pushing up higher here all the way to $8. And ever since then, you know, it broke underneath it, got back up above it once, and then what? Became resistance. And it lines up with the 50-day moving average. So that's nice as well. I like that level a lot. If you hold that level, if you hold those 190s, you do have room towards 230. So, you know, I'll definitely add this one to the watch list for sure. So that was what? BCDA, right? BCDA with breakthrough device designation. Watching for the 190 area to hold support. Could have room towards 230s. 100-day MA. 190 area, which is also the 50-day MA. Facebook, what's a good entry point on Facebook for a long? For a long as in just like for a trade, or for a long-term investment? What are we talking? Yeah, guys, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button. We got 28 viewers on here, and we got 14 likes. If you can give me a quick solid, that would be very much appreciated. Let me know, Jose, what we're talking about here. If it's for just a trade, or for a long-term investment. 18. There we go. 30 watchers, 18 likes. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Keep it coming. Thanks, Dwayne. Dwayne says, come on, people, hit the like button. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right, Jose. I'm not sure if you heard me or not, but Facebook, these 240s here were an area in the past where Facebook bounced. These high 240s to 250s were an area where Facebook bounced in the past. You might get a dead cat bounce off of that. We went over it earlier when we started the stream. It was also a past level of resistance. So that could be a potential level there. Oh, for long-term investment, when it comes to long-term investments, I try not to time it too much, because the reality is that whether the stock's at 20 or the stock's at 10, if I think the stock's going to be at 60 one day, then it doesn't really matter, you know? It doesn't really matter. So, like, perfect example for me is, you know, I think Palantir someday could be a $100 stock, you know? So I've been buying Palantir on all these dips. I've been just scooping it up every time it gave me a dip. I've been scooping it up. I don't really scoop it up during consolidations, but on dips, I scoop it up. And as long as nothing changes within the company's fundamentals, I just keep buying it. But nothing can change within the fundamentals, like to the bad side. You know what I mean? Like SoFi. SoFi, I started buying SoFi right in here. And then when it dipped further, nothing really changed with their fundamentals, right? So I bought a little bit more. And as a matter of fact, so when I started buying SoFi, we were here. We were in here. And I knew about the banking charter that was going to, you know, potentially come someday. So I entered here, my starter position for my long-term investment on these 3 days I bought. And then the day of the banking charter, I bought a little bit more the following day. And then I bought a little bit more here. Why did I buy up here? Well, because we got good news. We got the banking charter, you know, approved. So I went ahead and dug in some more here. And now I got some more here. But this is a speculative play. Like Palantir is a speculative play. Meaning I don't put the same amount of money that I do in these that I would in something like Apple. You know what I'm saying? There you go. So that's how I treat that. Let me erase these circles here. So it looks confusing. Okay, so Dwayne says Roblox held puts for last 2 days, taking profits in the morning, thinking about holding some of them. They're 3 weeks out. Oh, nice. Good job. Good job buying yourself some time there. Yeah, today's a good day to take a little profit on there because look at where Roblox is at. This is an old line we've drawn here together in the morning stream. And that is a potential bounce area. A lot of these gap downs today have come towards these support zones. So what I'm going to be looking for is either holds, you know, for holds of that support zone, or I'm going to be looking for cracks underneath them, then a light volume bounce back into them, show resistance, and let's fade. You know, that's what I'm going to be looking for today on a lot of these. So yeah, it's a good idea in my opinion to take some profit off here if you have puts or shorts in front of this level because we might bounce it. We might bounce it. Most of this drop happened yesterday off the back of, you know, Facebook's earnings. I think Spot was the other one, you know, that took big dumps yesterday. I think the main thing for Spot, if I'm not mistaken, was that they didn't give forward guidance. How you not going to give forward guidance, my guy? You got to kind of give forward guidance, you know? So, yeah. Okay, so any other tickers you guys want me to go look at for you or any questions you have? Yesterday, somebody had a really good question. That was an awesome one. Yeah, Dan, PayPal was another one. PayPal's been getting wrecked. Is Tesla going to go bounce back to the 900s today? Let me consult my crystal ball. Just messing with you. I don't know, man. You know, it's one of those things where this is why when we do these, we actually, especially right now, we're looking at both sides of the coin. And as traders, we got to be willing to flip the lid on it a little bit quicker right now in the current environment, because we just don't know what's going to happen. So you have to be, when things are really showing clear trends, you can be biased towards that trend. That's perfectly fine. I know I am. But when things are like a little bit unsteady, like it is now, that's why I've been writing the watch list lately on a lot of these types of plays in that fashion. Like, for example, BCD8. That one I'm biased to the long side, right? NVIDIA, we talked about either 240 holding support, because the problem is these things are at crucial levels. So they might hold support. So if Facebook holds support at 247, right, we might see a bounce. But if it doesn't and it cracks below it, we could see further downside. If they weren't at these crucial levels, I wouldn't write it up as a coin flip, meaning I wouldn't give you both sides of the equation on the watch list. So on Facebook, I'm sorry, on Tesla, you basically got the same thing. I would actually lean more towards further downside on it, but if the SPY and the Q start ripping, then Tesla might jump on with it a little bit. You know what I mean? And the reality is Tesla's only 20 points away from 900. So the bell can ring, and within a minute, Tesla could be at 900, because that's how Tesla trades. Tesla can give you a 20.3 minute candle. It can, especially at the bell. So it could go test those 900s, you know? It could go test those 900s. I think Tesla could have a little bit more further downside, maybe to the 850s today. Especially if everything's weak. Penn had a big miss. Let's go take a look at Penn. Not much action though. If it had a big miss, it's actually, you know, right back to flat. All right, guys, do you have any other tickers you want me to take a look at for you? Weekly jobless claims total 238,000, less than expected. Initial filings for unemployment claims likely total 245,000 for the week ended January 29th, according to the Dow Jones Economist Survey. This is breaking news, so be back for updates. All right, guys, while they dot their I's, do you have any other tickers or any questions you want me to take a peek at for you? I'll be happy to do so. In the meanwhile, for those of you who are new, you grab 30 days for free in the Discord. All right, if no one has any other questions, what I'll do is I'll start getting ready to go into some of this news here with you, and then we'll jump into the scanners and we'll take a peek at what's gapping up. ZEV. Lorenzo, what's up? Let's take a look at that one for you. Man, I'm hungry. Starving. Need some coffee or something. There's not a whole lot happening here right now. You have this clear $5 area that was previously resistance here. And now we're above that zone. So you can watch and see if that level holds support. If it does, you would have room towards 530s, which is where we're finding resistance right now, and $6. So there'll be the levels to watch on that one. Hey, Miss Six, figure it out. That's such a funny screen name. I love it. Ford. Ford, you got that 1990s $20 potential support zone. We're right at it. You'd like to see it hold that? The 50-day moving average is acting as a tremendous level of resistance right now. And it also coincides with this flat top from earlier. So that level might hold up for a while, which is like right around $21. So you have that top resistance there. You have some temporary support in the 20s, but I'd expect major support to not really show up until basically $19. These 1880s to 19, you have this previous major channel that Ford was trading in before the big breakout, which also coincides with the 100-day moving average. So that's the channel play there on Ford right now. So basically one could theoretically short the top end of the channel and cover on the bottom, and then buy on the bottom end of the channel and sell towards the top end of the channel. You could just play that channel. I don't really like playing channels, but that's how you would play that. They have earnings today. Yeah, well, I would definitely, unless it's a long-term investment, I wouldn't hold it into earnings because you just never know. Earnings could be a 50-50, you know? It could go in either direction. Qualcomm. The microphone is off? No. Do you guys not hear me? Can you guys hear me? Because I see the amp moving and everything. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Qualcomm. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I just saw the king said mic off. I wasn't sure. Okay, so QCOM. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the mic check. Qualcomm. All right, so Qualcomm has that 190 resistance level right there. Clear as day. It's a flat top. And you have this 50-day moving average holding up as support currently. As long as that holds up, you have a good shot at maybe breaking those highs. I like that chart. No problem. My pleasure, Miss Six. Figure it out. Palantir, says Umberto, if bottom of the channel is broken, I would expect 1180s as next support. We'll be posting that chart in the Discord. Oh, yeah. Nice, man. Yep. Umberto, guys, swing trade moderator at the daytraderchatroom.com in the Discord, and he's always posting his charts. Shop. Jay, good morning. You got it. Okay, so Shop. We've done Shop a few times here this week, just because it's been moving around so much. Shop is in a clear little channel here. Whoops. Shop is in a clear little channel here. You got this 985 clear top resistance currently, and you have this 780 clear support so far, right? So that's your channel play on. It's a huge range, but that's your channel play currently on Shop. If it breaks down and underneath, right, you could probably have some room to drop. Wow, man, you got a lot of room to drop. 700 to the 680s, really. Those would be the potential bounce zones on Shop if you crack 780s. My God. And then if you break up and over 985 and you hold that level as support, you'd have some room here to 1080s, 1130s, 1195, and 1240s. The range here is crazy big. Damn, I like the crazy stuff, man, but damn, that Shop is... I'm about to go trade Tesla options. Malik, good morning. Could you please take a look at XCLA? Sure, of course. Whatever you guys want to look at. Any questions you have? We could definitely do this a few more minutes, and then what we'll do is we'll jump into the scanners and the news, and we'll put the final touches on the watch list. At least the final ads. We already have 3 stocks on the watch list. We'll just need like 2 or 3 more we'll throw up on there. Well, we'll definitely put up SPY and Tesla on there, so that knocks out 2 already. All right, so what did you want to do? XELA. So XELA is right at that 50-day moving average, and already you're seeing what? Resistance there. You're already seeing resistance at that 50-day moving average. This 75-cent zone, previous level of support, a little bit of resistance right in there at that line. So maybe try to see if that level holds support. Otherwise, you probably won't see any support until the 60s. And that 50-day moving average, I mean, this thing already made a big move. You have to understand. This thing went from 36 cents, my God, to almost $1. That's a huge move over the course of like 2 weeks. So this thing needs to cool its jets here. Watch 60, maybe bottom support 55-ish. I love that. The king, we just did spot, so I'm guessing you already saw that one. Devin says, AMC, short or long? I love it. My friend, that's the way you look at stocks like AMC for sure. It's like, it's a trading vehicle. It's not this whole hold and hope forever while your account implodes thing and all your money just freaking vanishes. AMC's at a potential bounce area now. AMC is at a potential bounce area now. On the day of earnings, we had AMC on the watch list. So, first of all, I actually had it on the weekly watch list. All right. I had it on the weekly watch list for 15 area and then a drop to the 10 zone. And then we had earnings, and we talked about it dropping to the $16 area if 18 held resistance. All right. And what happened? 18 held resistance and we dropped to the 16. Now we're in the 14s and 15s. So this level on AMC could be a potential bounce zone. So if it holds that level, you might get a little bounce here. It could take it back towards the 16s. But if it cracks this level, then I'd expect the 13s to get tested again. And at that point, I would imagine they'll crack and we'll probably see the 12s. My pleasure, Malik. SNDL. SNDL. SNDL has no reason to pop, to be honest. You have 40-cent area potential previous support, right? We're at it now. We're at that level now. Maybe you start to get a little pullback in there and a little bounce again. But I suspect it might crack it because we had one vicious little bounce here and the volume didn't come in. So if it gets back down here and it does not bounce off of that level again, right? If you don't get a strong bounce and it just starts to sit here for a few days, you might eventually get the crack. Yeah, there you go, guys. Umberto posted in the Discord. So you can come join the free section of the Discord here if you like. Or if you want to get a full 30 days for free of the stream, you have that as well. Okay, so we got that. All right, guys. Any other last minute tickers or questions before we jump in here? Start looking at some news and start going over the watch list. Well, adding to the watch list because we need to add a few more in there. Hey guys, do me a quick solid. We got 39 people in the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hit that like button for me. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. All right, let's check in on some news here. NASDAQ futures sank more than 2% on Thursday, dragged down by an over 20% pre-market decline in shares of Meta the morning after Facebook parent reported weak earnings and lower guidance. Other social media stocks, including Snap, Twitter, fell sharply on Thursday's pre-market. Spotify, which has been embroiled by controversy over Joe Rogan, dropped nearly 9% in pre-market. I love how they're trying to blame it on Joe Rogan when the reality is it's because of their forward guidance. 9% on pre-market after the audio streamer late Wednesday announced a slowdown in premium subscriber growth as part of a mixed fourth quarter financial results. The Dow Jones Industrial Average on Wednesday rose 0.6%, while the S&P 500 NASDAQ gained nearly 1% and 0.5% respectively, boosted by a 7.5% earnings-driven rally in Google parent Alphabet. All three stocks benchmarks logged 4 straight sessions of gains. However, the NASDAQ remained in corrections territory. Amazon and Ford are scheduled to report earnings after the bell on Thursday. Facebook blames cautious guidance on an expected ad spending slowdown. Meta quarterly miss on its bottom line was only the third time that has happened in the Facebook parent's nearly decade history as a public company. While revenue of the tech giant came in better than expected, aggressive investments in augmented virtual reality pressured overall profitability, while changes to Apple's iOS users tracking policy continue to hurt ad targeting and measurement. Meta blamed its cautious outlook on factors including a decline in user engagement and rising inflation taking a toll on advertiser spending. Meta introduces a new earnings format now, reporting results in 2 segments: family of apps, which include Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, WhatsApp, and other services, and Reality Labs, which includes augmented virtual reality related consumer hardware, software content. So that's what we got going on here right now. Let's see if we got anything else here. All right, so one day after ADP reports the U.S. companies unexpectedly cut 301,000 jobs in January due to the variance surge, the Labor Department is set to issue its weekly look at initial jobless claims at 8:30 a.m. Economists expect first-time filings for unemployment benefits to drop 15,000 to 245,000 for the week ended January 29th. And where do we end up? So they were expecting 245. Let me see if we can see. And we ended up at 245. Okay. So it came in as expected. So I shouldn't have too much bearing today. You ditched Facebook a long time ago? Yeah, I mean, I still have it. I have to have it. I have to have Facebook. I have to have Twitter. Look, honestly speaking, if it wasn't because I need social media for business, right? So that we can do YouTube, so that we can do, tell people on Facebook we're on YouTube, Twitter, right? Because all that's needed for what I do. If it wasn't for that, I can confidently tell you I'd only have one social media app on my phone, and it's for just entertainment. Well, 2. I'd have YouTube because I like YouTube, and even if I wasn't on YouTube, and I'd have TikTok because those little quick few second videos are so entertaining. The funny ones are funny, and the informative ones are somewhat informative if they're not too much in the fintech side of things, because those are just comical half the time. But yeah. All right, guys. So okay, let's jump into the SPY here. Let's start adding that one. Oh man, the SPY already taking a little beating here, huh? SPY's at that 450 zone. So that 450 zone is going to be a potential bounce zone. And that's an issue for me. But if yesterday's low holds resistance, if we bounce off of that, that's what we're going to be looking at. So SPY, watching for a bounce back into yesterday's low around, I think it was 453 and change. 453.05. So 453. Around 453. Area for a fade back down towards 450 to the 200 day. 450, 447, and 443. 450 to 4. What did I say? 443, right? So that's what I'll be watching. I'll be watching the SPY. Let's clean up this chart. I'll be watching the SPY for a bounce, possibly here in this 450 one zone. Previous levels to watch. 450. Okay, so I'll be watching 450. Then under 450, we have little minor level here at 448, 447. And then we have the 200-day moving average. So that'll be the levels I'll be watching on the SPY. I don't expect the SPY to have a rally or anything like that today. So that's what I'm watching on the SPY. Next. Give me 1 second here, guys. Guys, if you don't get the watch list already, here you go. If you want the watch list sent to your inbox, you could just sign up there. Okay, so we got the SPY, we got Facebook, Nvidia, BCDA. Let's talk about Tesla. Man, the SPY is really starting to melt down here. Tesla. So we got Tesla. Yeah, I'm going to watch those 886 area. See if that holds resistance on Tesla for potential further downside to the 850s. So Tesla watching the 886 area for resistance for a fade back down towards 851. 851 area. Okay, so that's what I'm watching on the SPY and Tesla. We already have Facebook on there, Nvidia's on there. Let's take a look at these scans real quick. This has to be a buyout. TLMD. So TLMD, yeah, it's a buyout. They're being acquired by Patient Square Capital. So, okay, that's a buyout. BON looks like garbage. All right, not a whole lot else going on there. Not a lot going on there. We already have BCDA on the watch list. ZEV, no. BPTS, hell no. Okay. So we have SPY, Tesla, Facebook, Nvidia, BCDA. Let's take a look at Google. Maybe Google drops down here back into that 100-day, 50-day moving average area. Keep eyes on that. Spot. The problem with Spot is this gap down is already so big and it's just gotten so beat up lately that this 162 area could hold it up, man. I'm gonna probably stay away from it for now. Probably focus up just on these names then. SPY, Tesla, Facebook. Let's take a look, because I know sometimes people don't want to trade. They don't want to trade Tesla because it's too volatile. So Rivian's been trading lately in tandem with Tesla. Okay, look at Tesla's bounce here. Pull back, bounce, boom. Rejection, start to fade back down. Look at Rivian. It's been trading a lot in tandem. So Rivian maybe gonna watch the 6230s area. Rivian watching the 6230s area for resistance for a drop back down towards 57, 58. Towards 58 area. Under that has room to really like 54. 53, 54. All right, so we have SPY, Tesla, Rivian, Facebook, NVIDIA, BCDA on watch here. I think that's plenty, guys. So we got about 4 minutes left here before I hop on over to the Discord and spend the rest of the day there. The way we usually do the Discord is Mondays. We stream on there for free all day. But then every other day, you know, it's only for paid members. So DTC Lite and DTC Pro students. So if you want to just swing on by and hang out with us in the free section, you do have that always available right here. And if you want to just get a 30-day free like pass, you can use this. So we got like a few minutes left here before I hop on over to the Discord, put the final touches on the watch list, get it sent out to your inbox. So in the meanwhile, if you have any last minute questions, any last minute tickers you want me to take a look at, right now would be the time. Just throw it up in chat and I'll be happy to answer. Just putting a few final touches here so we can get this sent out to your inbox right away. All right, guys, if we don't have any last minute questions, then I'll start shutting down here little by little. What I'm thinking is, you know, tomorrow, Friday, I usually don't do streaming. I only usually stream Monday through Thursday. So tomorrow probably won't be on here. Today, a new video will drop on the channel, so be on the lookout for that. And then, you know, just back to regular schedule. Next week would be Sunday, new video. Tuesday, new video. Thursday, new video. So 3 new videos per week. And then streams, you know, Monday through Thursday. I also do some YouTube shorts, guys. So if you're interested in those, always be on the lookout because I do some YouTube shorts. Yesterday, I did a little YouTube short on Bitcoin. Here, I'm going to put the link in here for you real quick so you can go take a look at it. YouTube shorts are 15 to 60 seconds long. So here's a little YouTube short on Bitcoin. All right, guys, so I'm going to get ready to hop on over to the Discord. Thank you guys very much for tuning in today. I really hope you have a good day. Be careful out there. Don't hold on to any bags, long or short. Always trade the trade plan. Stick to your stop losses, okay? Don't let emotions dictate your decision making. Have yourself a great day and a good week. It's been a good week. January was an amazing month. I'm looking forward to February being just as good, if not better. So just stay disciplined out there. And like always, any questions, you can swing by the Discord and you know, ask away. You can always swing by the Discord and ask away. The link is pinned there at the top. All right, guys. I hope to see you guys in the comment section later on in today's video. If not, on Monday in the live stream. All right. Have a great day, guys.